Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney. So today I'm going to have a photocard organization video, and then I also did ask for some questions on my Instagram, so I'm going to try and answer all of these today. So I'm going to mainly be doing Luna. I think I have some TXT and BTS as well. Before I get started though, I did change the way my binder is laid out. So I basically put everything that I'm going to be keeping in here. So all of the girl group and I guess boy group for TXT cards that I'm going to be like continuing to collect, as well as Luna in here, just all together, because I don't need two separate binders anymore, because this binder is big enough for all of them. So I think I'm going to do Luna first, actually, because there is just like a one section for them here in the back. So I'm going to do them, and then I'm going to come back and do probably, I think, TXT. So the first question I got is, even though you're very far into your collection, what is one goal you still have? I think my biggest goal currently is completing Jimin and JK, as well as the group's broadcast card collection. Okay, so the first cards I'm going to put away are going to be these two. These are two of the Orbit Ring photo cards, so I have both Olivia and Cherry. I'm just going to like honestly like put them in, and then I'm going to reorganize this whole section later. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, basically completing the broadcast cards I think is my current biggest goal. Okay, so we got that one. And then I'm actually going to move this one up because these two are pretty similar. The next question is thoughts on the shit show the collecting community has become recently. Okay, so I'm done with version B. I mean, I don't have super, like, I don't think my thoughts are any different than anyone else's. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like this year has been, like, one of the worst years to, like, start collecting. Like, if you're new, honestly, I feel so bad for you because, okay, I also have version D complete, because sometimes people ask me, they're like, how do you collect OT7 for Korean albums as well as, like, DVDs and Blu-rays? Honestly, if I had to start from scratch like today, there's like no way in hell I could do it, because the prices right now are like so insane, and like everyone, there's so many like fucking scammers, like everyone's just annoying. Like, I don't know, I mean, I don't really have like specific thoughts, I guess. It's just kind of like frustrating watching the community kind of like implode on itself a little bit, but it's chill, I guess. Okay, so I did rearrange the way I have my TXT Subin cards. I do still have this Bumgyu and this Kai card. I'm probably going to keep both of these because, like, why not, I guess. But for right now, I do have the other Dream Chapter star cards I need. I think I'm going to put this one first. I don't really love, like, having them here, though. Maybe I will do some rearranging. But, I mean, I have, like, both versions of these albums, so, like, if I sold them, then basically I'd be like down one, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to keep them, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try and trade them to Yeonjun, but who knows. And then I did get the final, whatever version this is from, VR, I guess, photo card here. I do still have the little like pre-order Taeyeon card, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm actually going to flip the way I have this. The next question is one item you wish was released more often because you enjoy collecting it. I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, I wish albums were released more often because I like listening to music. I mean, that's the primary reason that I collect any of these groups, is because of the music. Let's see if I can do this in the right order. Okay, so I'm basically just going to do Subin on the front, so basically flip all these around. Yeah, I mean, albums, I don't know. Like, there's not anything I enjoy really collecting more than anything else, per se. What are your plans for when you have finished your BTS collection? Seems like you're almost done. Everyone keeps saying this. I'm not, like... I mean, I definitely still have a few things I'm working on. I mean, some things are going to take me forever. Like, if I ever finish my broadcast card collection, like, I don't even know what I'll do, but, like, I'm not, like, confident that's going to happen quickly. I mean, I'll just keep up with it at that point. Like, I'll just continue to buy the photo cards like as they release things and as they release albums and all of that. Okay, so here's everything for TXT done. For this, so basically, I guess I'll flip through this real quick so I can show you guys kind of like what I'm keeping, so to speak. So I'm going to keep Chungha. She's finished. I'm going to keep, for right now, I'm going to keep Everglow, but Everglow is like first on the chopping block, basically, if I ever like want to drop another collection. And then I have Itsy region. She takes up quite a lot of space. And then we have Sulgi Red Velvet. And then I think the next thing is TXT Subin. And I do still have Weekly in here. I'm not too sure about Weekly either. Weekly and Everglow are kind of my like maybes for right now in terms of like continuing to collect, but we'll keep them for right now, see how I feel. I feel like I didn't really answer that question though, like what do I want to do once I'm done? Like basically keep up, like don't fall behind. But I mean, I don't have anything like I don't feel like I have a very good answer for that question, sorry. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna put away some broadcast cards because I'm not sure what I want to actually do with this one card yet. Okay, so we have 2 broadcast cards, which means I am actually going to need to rearrange a little bit. So I'm actually gonna take Run out because, spoiler alert, I did get Jimin and JK for Run. So I was like a gigantic hypocrite and I bought from this seller I don't really like on Instagram at all. Because I like never see these cards for sale, and like I don't want to say I regret buying it, but for Jimin at least, I bought it for a price and then literally like 3 days later I saw it for $20 cheaper from a different seller who I like a lot more, so there's that, I guess, but it's fine. It's only $20, it's not a big deal. I was just kind of like, of course, like literally as soon as I saw that I was like, of fucking course. But yeah, so I bought from a seller I don't really like, but it's chill. So I'm gonna put these right here. I do have a 4-pocket over here. And next question is biggest pet peeve right now. Fucking quote your own price people. Like I feel like I'm seeing this way more often now where people are selling like just normal shit like album photo cards and like things like that as quote your own price, and like literally like chill out. Like I kind of went on like a mini rant the other day because finally Instagram gave us back the hashtags to where I could see like what people were posting in like the BTS sale hashtag and stuff like that. And there was someone who was selling an a Jimin I Need You album card for like $40, and I was like, are you fucking insane? Like, so overpricing and quote your own price are really, I think, my biggest pet peeves right now. Next question, which photo card of all of your collection was the most expensive and which one was the cheapest? Honestly, I think the most expensive might have been this Run group card, if I'm remembering correctly. I can't remember, like, I mean, obviously, like, my collection is quite large and I have quite a few kind of, like, rare cards, but I'm pretty sure it was this Run group card. I kind of overspent, like, a little bit on this one, but it's chill. In terms of which one was the cheapest, I mean, there are a few cards I got for free. In terms of cards I actually paid for, I think I got Namjoon's 2018 Memories Blu-ray card for like really cheap. I got a few like Namjoon like DVD and Blu-ray cards off Mercari Japan for like literally like $10. I got a few of Jungkook's Second Muster 17520 cards for like really cheap. I would say either of those. But yeah, I feel like I'm not like very good at getting cards for cheap. At least it feels like it. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I got a really good deal. Oh, you know what was a good deal? That that Now to like Jimin postcard on the boat. I got that for like $27, and typically that card is pretty expensive, so that felt like a really good deal. Okay, so next up I have one of Jimin's Lucky Draw cards. I'll show you guys. This is one of the ones from the B album, obviously. So here's the back. I have the other Jimin one as well as both the JK and the Namjoon ones coming from a Go. But I'm not honestly sure where I want to put this because I could, I guess, put it in my OT7 binder, but I'm not going to collect OT7 for it, so I might just put it in here in my Jimin and whatever binder. Oh, and I have one other thing for in here as well. Just let me do this. And the next question is, do you prefer to buy an expensive set of photo cards at once or buy the photo card one by one? You usually end up paying more if you buy the whole set versus buying one for one, but that's not always the case. Sometimes the cards individually are more expensive than they would be in a set. It kind of just depends. I mean, obviously, the biggest pro of buying in the set is, like, you buy it and then you're done. Like, you don't have to keep looking. Like, I kind of regret not buying sets for Jungkook's second mustard cards because now trying to, like, get them one by one, each set has, like, one card that I cannot find for the fucking life of me. So, that can be pretty annoying. I think I'm going to do the upright one and then the other one. I'm just going to put it right here for right now and we'll figure it out. These cards are like plasticky though. They like printed them out on a machine onto like a plastic thing. But yeah, I mean, it kind of depends, honestly. Like, for most of the mini photo cards, I find buying in a set is like less of a hassle for me, and like time is money. So I don't know, you might end up spending a little bit more money, but in terms of like your effort, it's a lot easier, so I recommend doing that. So for this, I got the other HYH, what is this, part 1 Taiwan press postcard thingy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move Jimin out, and I'm going to move the wings one over, and then we're going to put this one here. And then for right now, I'm just going to put Jimin, like, back here, if it'll fit. It's like, this one is, like, wider than all my other ones. I'm just going to put him right here, and then we'll figure it out later. I kind of want to get bias line for this one, because this is actually, like, my favorite one, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it for this binder. And then the next question is, if you had to sell part of your BTS collection, what would be the first to go and why? I mean, it depends on, like, why I'm selling it, I guess. Like, am I selling it because I need money ASAP because, like, you know, my dog is dying? Or am I selling it because I no longer want to collect? Like, there's some background questions I need answered. I mean, in general, if I want to get money quick, I would sell something like, my, like, Blu-ray or DVD cards, because I could sell those, I think, relatively easily. If I'm like selling because I want to just sell my entire collection, I would probably start with my broadcast cards because that would give me the most money, like the quickest. But I'm not really sure, honestly. I'd have to think about it. Okay, so I'm fucking stupid and I didn't get sleeves for this, so I'm gonna have to do this at the end. But let's do what I have sleeves for first. So the first thing I have is I have one of Jimin's BTS Begins card. I have 5 out of 7. So I'm just going to put that right here. I did buy another one of these as well from like a Facebook seller. I ended up spending like way too much money, but it's chill, whatever. So yeah, so I have one of those. I do also have 2 of the group cards. So I have 7 out of 7, and then I have 1 out of 7. So 7 out of 7 is going to go right here, and then 1's going to go right there. So now I'm done with this like white background set. I just need to get the other ones that look like this. Then the next question is, will you still be collecting special/rare Olivia items? Probably not, to be quite honest. I think I'm going to keep Luna to just album photo cards. I am still collecting the like fucking, Jesus Christ. I am still collecting the like fan sign whatever cards that they keep releasing. I don't know if those count as like album cards, but I am still collecting those. But I don't think I want to be collecting any more like non-album stuff, other than things, I think I said this in my other video, but other than things that come like as a set of OT12, I'll probably be keeping all of those. So I low-key, like, I don't want to say I regret it because I don't like really regret it, but I like low-key regret selling my set of light stick photo cards, as well as my set of the hash showcase photo cards. Those are the only two things I regret out of like everything that I sold for Luna. So I think I'm gonna keep those like OT12 sets that come that way, but I'm not gonna be like going really out of my way to like buy things unless I like really want it, and like I'm trying to like not even really want things like that. So we'll see, but for right now, no, I'm not gonna still collect that. Okay, next up I have a few HOH epilogue cards. Most you've ever paid for a single item. I don't really want to discuss that because I feel like if I said it, I don't want to deal with the comments that would ensue. So I'm not gonna say that, but yeah. And it was the Run group card, which I already talked about, the broadcast card. But I'm not going to say how much I spent because I'm a little bit embarrassed because I think I overspent, but it's whatever. Next up I have, oh, I didn't get sleeves. God, I'm like the worst YouTuber. Okay, I didn't get sleeves for this, but I did also get, I think this is the Japanese set of the unit cards for Wings. I'm trying to complete the units, so that's going to go back here. I am going to get some sleeves and try and do that though. Next up, everything else I think is mustard. Oh wait, I have one of the HOH on stage, the last postcard thingy I need, which this is 1 out of 3. I'm going to move this over here. The next question is, if you could design the next tour concept, what would the theme be? Not white. Like, nothing white or gray. I feel like we've done that like 500 times. I want them to shoot something outdoors. I feel like we never see them like outside anymore. I feel that way with the music videos as well. It's like a big complaint I've had for some that are like more recent music videos. Obviously, like On was different, that was filmed outside, but like I appreciate when things are filmed outside. So honestly, I would say I would do something outside. Okay, so I have one of the units. I have 5 out of 6 for the units. So now the only unit I'm missing is 2 out of 6, which I like have never seen that one for sale. So we'll see how long this takes me, but getting closer every day. But yeah, I would do something outside. I'm not sure what exactly it would look like. Something with color. I feel like they're always so like monochromatic with their tour and concert and muster photo cards. So yeah. Okay, so I have another one of these. I have 2 out of 7. So I still need to buy both 1 and 5. This one I never see for sale. One I think I've seen for sale, but it's like $35 and I'm like, no, I'm trying to find one cheaper than that. So I guess we'll see. But next up, oh, someone was like, did everything turn out okay with your car? Yes, thank you so much for asking. Yes, it turned out okay. I managed to get my bumper repaired, and it got replaced. It didn't get repaired, it got replaced. I managed to replace it with no real issues, so my car looks brand new again. Well, it doesn't, there's like a scratch on the side that I was like too cheap to actually fix, but everything else about it is fine. Okay, so I have now 7 out of 8 for the Japanese Magic Shop units. I'm still missing 4, but other than that, I'm done. I like low-key hate these cards. Someone accused, well, they didn't accuse me, I guess, but someone, I sold a Yoongi card that I had gotten from Weavers. Like, it was one of the ones that I opened in my pack from Weavers, and I sold it for like $3 or $4 a few weeks ago. And the person, when they received it, they DM'd me, and they were like, hey, Courtney, I think this card is fake. Like, compared to my other card I have, it's different. And I was like, well, it's the one I literally got from Weavers. So like, I was like, maybe you should check your other one. Like, I don't know where the other one came from. I don't know where you bought it from, but I was like, I know for a fact that specific card came directly from Weavers. Like, a lot of these cards I've bought secondhand, so I would be like, okay, like, you know, I would give them a refund. But for that card, I was like, literally I pulled that from my pack from Weavers. And I even went back and like watched my video from like literally in March or whenever that set got shipped out, so I can verify that I was like not making that up. But I was like, yeah, that's the one that came from Weavers. So double check your other cards. Oh, and then I have this, which I forgot. So one of the units for third muster for the postcards. The next question is, how did it feel downsizing your Luna collection? I want to downsize, but I'm too attached. It felt fine. I didn't really have an issue downsizing. So this is 3 out of 7. I think I'm just going to turn this one around and move this one over. But yeah, I didn't really have an issue downsizing. Like, I don't really get emotionally attached per se. How do I have this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2. Okay, so 3 is gonna go there. I don't get super emotionally attached to like my cards. Like, there are ones that I like more than others, but it's not necessarily like an emotional attachment. So it wasn't too difficult for me to sell them. I didn't feel that bad about it, to be honest. And it feels good. I mean, it feels nice to like not have to worry about it anymore. So I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, but that's what it felt like for me. Okay, next question. Actually, let me get some, well, no, let me put this way and then I'll get some sleeves out. But I'll answer the next question while I'm doing this one. What is your favorite Luna solo and group title track? My favorite Luna solo is... why did you ask such a difficult question? Probably New by Eve. I also quite like Eclipse by Kimlet because I'm fucking basic. And then I like Egoist by Olivia. I would say New if I had a gun to my head though. Okay, so I got Namjoon. I don't even know which one of these I bought. 2 out of 7 maybe? Which one is this? 5 out of 7. Okay, so we're gonna put 2. I'm just gonna put these in whatever order and hope that that works out. Okay, and then I'm gonna put one of the groups up here and then the other 2 in the back, behind JK. And then I can reorganize these later. But one more question. Oh wait, I didn't answer the title track. My favorite, I mean, they only have like 4 title tracks. I mean, I guess Butterfly, I guess. I know that's not like a resounding answer, but I mean, my favorite like OT12 tracks are not any of the title tracks, if I'm being honest. So like, I guess Butterfly is my favorite out of the 4 titles. I mean, I really like all of them. They're all pretty different, so that's a good thing, I think. I would say Butterfly. I'll say that. Okay, let me get out 1 8 pocket and 1 4 pocket, and then I will answer the remaining questions. Okay, so I got my sleeves. We'll flip back. I guess we'll do wings first since I'll pass that. Next question, what's a good price for Memories 2017 Blu-ray cards? Depends on what member you want. You can find Namjoon, Hobie, and even Jin occasionally on, I've seen them on Mercari Japan. I've seen Namjoon on Mercari Japan for $80 recently. So I mean, it depends on what member you want. If you want Yoongi, JK, or Jimin, or Taeyang, like good fucking luck even like finding one. And if you do find one, like honestly, I've seen them go upwards of $300. Like the cards are not cheap. Like You can occasionally find one from people who are like downsizing their collection or, you know, whatever on Instagram. You can occasionally find people selling them for good prices there. Like I saw Fairy Sales, one of my like favorite Instagram sellers. She had one for like $65, but her stuff also gets sold in like literally 2 seconds. So, you know, like it's not very likely you're going to be able to find one for that price. But yeah, I mean, like literally I've seen them go 2, 3, even, you know, like $350 before. So if you're really patient, you might be able to find some for good prices, because I mean that's definitely something that can happen. But I just wouldn't count on that. Yeah, sorry, that's kind of a downer, but it kind of is what it is. I'm trying to be realistic with you. Next question is, when will you do a shelf tour? Probably like never, honestly. I've like tried to film shelf tours before and they always like turn out like shit. I am moving here in a few weeks, and the new apartment that I'm moving to should hopefully have like way better lighting, so I'm curious if I try and film it in my new apartment if it'll be better. I mean, honestly, like my shelf tour is boring. Like it's all stuff you guys have already seen. Like it's just a bunch of albums and like DVDs and shit, and like a few things and like some signed albums. But like, I don't know, it's not very interesting and it's hard to film it. So I don't know. I wouldn't anticipate it though. Next question, when did you start collecting? So I started buying albums in 2017. I became a fan of BTS in like mid 2017. Same thing with Luna. I became a fan of Luna like not too long after that, like December 2017. I basically immediately started buying albums. So I had essentially their full discography for both of those groups like by early 2018. And then, what year are we in? 2020? And then like early 2019, I would say, is when I kind of started collecting like for reals. Like early, yeah, I would say early 2019. So I kind of started collecting a little bit late compared to like when I first got into the groups that I'm into. So that took me a little bit of time to get caught up, but yeah, I would say early 2019 is when I really started collecting for real. Okay, so here we have the Red Bullet group postcards or whatever these things are called. I'm just missing one of 4. Can't find that one, so if you guys see it, please let me know. Let's see if I can actually put this in without losing everything. I'm gonna try and do it this way. I still have a few questions, so I guess I'll do like I'll answer the last few while we sit and stare at this section of my binder. Let me see if I can. Okay, there we go. This binder's getting a little full. Okay, so I only have 4 more questions, so we'll go through them real quick. But next question is, what is your next collection goal, series/sets you want to complete? I think I talked about this earlier, but the broadcast cards plus all these like mini photo card things that I'm like still working on. So like the last card I need for this, the last cards I need for these, like I'm luckily like done with the vast majority of these sets in terms of things I want to collect. So really just finishing out everything I want here and in the broadcast cards, and then I'd basically be pretty happy with where I'm at in terms of my collection. So those are the main things. Are you still motivated to collect? Are you enjoying it? I would say I'm self-motivated to collect. I don't necessarily get a lot of motivation for collecting from like external factors, so that's why I never really get too bothered by like the collection community, so to speak, because I don't rely on the collection community as like a factor in my personal decisions that often. Obviously, like if I'm annoyed with something, it can like annoy me and make me not want to collect, but it's not. It's like people who get really bothered by like BTS fans and like don't then like BTS, if that makes sense. Like that's never really been something that has bothered me. Like the fandom or like communities like that have never impacted my desire to do something that much. So yes, I would say I'm still motivated. In terms of enjoyment, I mean, it's hard to enjoy like dropping hundreds of dollars on things. I enjoy finding cards I've been looking for a really long time. It's just I'm at the point in my collection where everything I need is basically at least $100. So that part's not too exciting. Like looking at my credit card statement every month is not too exciting, but I still do like get joy out of like finding cards that I've been looking for a while. So yes, I would say that I still enjoy it. Tips on how not to be a clown. Sam, if you ever find out, please let me know. I like feel like I engage in clown behavior like literally every fucking day, so I am not the person to ask for that. And then the last question is, how have you been? Any stresses you want to let out? I've been good. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna be moving here in a few weeks, so that's why the videos have kind of been slow recently, because I'm trying, number one, like to save a little bit of money for that, as well as like start packing, all of that kind of stuff. I did also recently get a job that I'll be starting at the very beginning of January, which will be like a huge stress off my back in terms of like my personal life, because the job I have now is like literally trash and I hate it so much. So I'm really happy to like finally like have a new job, a new apartment, like, you know, new year, new me basically in 2021. So I guess we'll see how that goes, but those are two things that are really exciting for me, like on a personal level. In terms of like stresses from the collecting community, honestly, like I know it kind of sounds stupid, but like dropping Luna has alleviated some stress from me, because the main issue I was finding with Luna was like the price of everything is so high for that group, and then they kept releasing all these fucking like fan signs and everything, and like obviously like I can tell myself that I don't want to collect OT12 for those kind of things, but like still it would feel like a hole in my collection. And like I said in my other video as well, like I wasn't looking at the cards, like I kind of just had them and they were just kind of like sitting in my binder like until I got a new one basically. So like I think dropping some groups has alleviated like some pressure, because obviously like I have a YouTube channel and like I have an Instagram, and even though I don't want to get influenced by what other people are doing, like it's pretty easy I think to compare yourself to others and like try and keep up with things that you don't necessarily want to. So it feels nice to like not really have to worry about it, and I can just basically buy what I want and collect what I want at this point. And like obviously I could always do that, like nothing was stopping me from doing any of that, but I don't know, like internally it felt weird. So yeah, I feel like I got a little bit deeper on that question. But yeah, like always, thank you guys so much for watching. I try and do these kind of like more Q&A type videos about once a month, so if you ever want to ask me a question, number one, you can like DM me if you have like a pressing question, but I do try and ask this on Instagram like about once a month, so just keep an eye out on my stories for that, and I will see you guys later. Bye.